Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this NXT Talking Points video. So here we had NXT following Heatwave. We actually started with Ricky Saints coming out and it was really good. Like, Ricky has got an aura about him, or at least I think so. And we know that he's kind of around that NXT championship. But so is Josh Briggs. And so Briggs confronted Ricky. Ricky firing this line at Briggs.
You walk out here and you look like Sid from Toy Story.
Love that line. Thought it was really good. It played well to the crowd as well. So basically, Ava came out. And Ava said there's been no update from Javon since Heatwave. No one's heard from him. So don't know what's going on there with Javon, right? We never got any update on that. So maybe something we need to pay attention to as we, move forwards. But she announced that Ricky and Briggs would go on against each other in a match later in this show. Winner is the number one contender. And so for me, I thought this was going to be the main event. But actually, it was the match that took us from hour 1 into hour 2. And that's fine. Main event turned out to be the 6-woman tag match. Then we went to our first match. And our first match was Blake Monroe against Kalani Jordan. Some really nice moments here. There was a moment actually where Kalani did this single arm kind of cartwheel. And it was like really nice into, I think it was a drop kick into a move. And there was a few little bits in there I was kind of enjoying. I wasn't like totally drawn into the match, but there was elements in there that I was enjoying. But quite quickly, Jordynne Grace came out and Blake tried to run away. Then we found out that Jordynne had padlocked the fire exit door shut. Like, this is a major health and safety issue. Like, if there's a fire, could you imagine NXT having to explain that one of the fire exits has been padlocked shut? I mean, this is pretty bonkers to me, but obviously it's just a story. The door's not actually padlocked shut, right? But even so, this obviously was a big distraction. Blake ended up getting back into the ring where Kalani would put her away. So victory for Kalani, but lots of shenanigans and a win for Kalani. Then we went to our next match. This was Myles. He was going to be in action against Lexis King in a blindfold match. This match was quite interesting because we don't get blindfold matches very often. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they were going to structure this. They had been doing them on house shows. So here we was going to find out how they were going to actually perform a blindfold match in 2025. And what was interesting, Sarah Schreiber in the entranceway went up to Myles Borne. Asked him, like, how are you feeling? How's your vision after you got maced the other week? And he was like, oh, it's still a bit blurry. I'm going to need you guys. And Myles started talking to the crowds. I'm going to need you guys. I thought that was really interesting because obviously we don't normally do this. So it sort of felt like the reason why we did this was we really wanted to get the crowd engaged, on board straight away. Like, how often do you get wrestlers coming out and during their entrance saying to the live crowd, please make noise, please be involved? So they must have found that it works better doing that, right, from the house show matches. There were some moments in this match. I mean, there's Lexis King doing a bit of a suicide dive to no one. I don't know why he did that. Even with a hood on, I'm still sure if you go against the ropes, your instinct isn't to sort of like dive through. I don't know, perhaps he was going for a bit of a spear and just completely lost where he was and ended up spearing and diving and getting lost. And I don't know. This match, I think, had a lot of comedy elements to it. There's a bit where, like, Myles is in the corner, Lexis is in front of him, and in that moment, like, Lexis would kind of pin Myles back and he would throw in some shots or elbows or shoulders or something, but instead he didn't do that. He kind of waved his finger and was clearly saying some words, and then he went for a punch, and of course by the time he threw the punch, Myles had long gone, and there was lots of dropping elbows, person not there. You expect that, and you do need that in a blindfold match, right? I think what I was looking for was a bit of innovation, something I've not really seen. I certainly think they did a bit more athletically here than we saw from Jake the Snake and Rick Martel, so I will give them that. But yeah, at the end, basically Lexis was doing that, trying to find his way forward, and he ended up poking the ref's eye, so the ref couldn't see. So Lexis lifted up his mask, saw that the ref was distracted, planted Myles Borne, who still had his mask on, his hood on, and Lexis King got the win. So, yeah, not bad. I actually didn't mind the ending. I thought it was quite creative, but there was a few people that were not really feeling it. Backstage, we found out that Kendal was going to be Wren's partner. I think we knew it would go that way. Kendal just continues to impress. I'm so impressed with Kendal. I think she's really kind of putting it together. I think she's just getting opportunity. I mean, I went to a house show in 2024, early 2024, and Kendal was on that show, and she was fine. I mean, she didn't massively stand out. She was fine. She was teaming with Carly Bright, but here we are now, kind of halfway through 2025. She's really starting to get some spotlight on her. She's being used a lot on Evolve. She's getting some moments on NXT. I mean, good for her. I think she's a really good talent. I think she's going to get somewhere. So, but yeah, we had them going up against the Culling. I like the Culling's gear, matching gear. I thought was quite nice. So Izzi Dame, Tatum Paxley coming out. They would also get the win. Really fast-paced match. I would say the best match up to this point. And so it was a win. Izzi planting Wren and securing the victory. So there we go. And then we had Trick Williams just promoting the forthcoming shows. Got a lot of shows on the way. NXT Homecoming. We're going back to Full Sail. No Mercy in about a month's time. Halloween Havoc. All of these shows have been announced. Trick Williams just saying his plan is to headline all three of them. I don't think he will, but, he was just kind of gloating about that. Another Abby original for Paxley. Well, I didn't actually see what this was. Looks like some new jacket. So that looks like a new jacket. Is that for both? Did they both wear those, actually? Yeah, I think they did, didn't they? They both wore, new jackets. So it looks like the Culling, Tatum, and Izzi have got... that must be the Tatum one, Paxley. And there's an Izzi one as well. So it looks like they've got some matching jackets on the go. That actually passed me by. I'm glad I included this. I noticed they were wearing the same ring gear, but now they've got some jackets on the go as well. So there we go. Very good. Right, let's go to the next folder. Okay, so after we had that match, and as we said, it would be a win for the Culling, we would very quickly then go into this. This was Briggs versus Ricky Saints in a number one contenders match, right? Briggs versus Ricky Saints. We came back from commercial. There was no entrances. I think we were just trying to get the pace going, right? And so we had this match. I said it was a bit strange how they were just in the ring, but I do suppose it keeps the pace high, right? It was a win for Ricky Saints, and I think this was the best match on the show. Some really good moments in this match. Really enjoyed it. But there we go. Oba Ricky, NXT Championship, No Mercy in about 4 weeks' time. Ricky Saints, the actual number one contender. Backstage, they were kind of promoting Maybelline. I think Lola was like, is that Maybelline? It's like, ugh, product placement. But, it is what it is. And, it is Maybelline. And they were just showing off that they had these Za-Ruca Vice City shirts made for tonight. So they were wearing matching gear as well, right? Lou says, brought to you by Maybelline. Right, here's Kendal Grey saying, Rendell? Is that what we're going to be known as?
Oh my god, today was so much fun.
They were probably looking at us like, what are those two best friends doing?
Wait, what?
They were probably looking at us.
No, after that.
What are those best friends doing?
That's what I thought you said.
There we go. So fun little, they're already doing little TikToks, little shorts together. I wonder if this is a team that's going to be around for a little while. So I don't know if you could hear that. I had it turned up as full as I could. But there we go. They're already kind of vibing away from the show. We did also see Stax and Arianna Grace. Now, they are obviously in a very real-life relationship. That relationship seems to have made its way to NXT now. So I don't know what's going to come of that, but they were shown together. Ricky stayed in the ring after his victory. Oba came out. Ricky confronted him. He said, "I'm the man that is going to absolutely end the reign of terror of you, Oba Femi." Oba said, "When you stand across from me, you become an ordinary man." So some nice little lines there. Nothing too major, but it was fine. Dark State made their presence felt. So Dark State came down and said that they are interested in more than just the tag titles. So it seemed like they got their sights set on Oba. And so they got in the ring. They went after Oba and Ricky. Out came Hank and Tank. So Hank and Tank came down to even up the numbers. And of course, that's going to lead to a match next week. So we got that as well. Right, then we had an announcement from Ava. Ava says there's going to be 4 women that are going to face off in a little mini tournament. Winner faces Za-Ruca at No Mercy for the Speed Championship. So, from WWE, I don't know if this is Raw or SmackDown. I was under the impression there was going to be a Raw superstar, a SmackDown superstar. But instead, we've got WWE main roster, Candice. NXT is going to be Lainey Reed. TNA is Zaya Brookside. And AAA is Fabi Apache. I have no idea who that is. But those are the 4 women. So I believe it's these 2 going against each other. These 2 going against each other. I think the winners face each other. Winner of that then goes on to face for the Speed Championship. These matches are going to be 3 minutes long, and the championship match is going to be 5 minutes long. Then we had Chelsea coming down with the Hervis and Ethan, right? So they got into the ring. This was Alba Fyre taking on Tyra Steele. I kind of enjoyed this. I thought this was about as good a match as we had had outside of Ricky versus Briggs. So I kind of enjoyed this. Tyra Steele getting the victory, getting the win. Then, of course, these guys would jump in. I've only just noticed that Chelsea is wearing a Toronto Raptors shirt. Didn't even notice that at the time until now. So, again, representing Canada. But, yeah, big brawl after. You can see Tyra Steele on the outside there. And Tavion in the ring as Ethan drapes a Canadian flag over his lifeless body. Then Hank and Tank said, right, we want Dark State. We want a rematch for the titles. Ava said, well, Dark State want to have an 8-man tag match. So let's do that first, and then we'll talk about a tag match after. So lots going on there. This took us to our final part. So, backstage, just before our main event, there was a lot of tension. Jasmine was saying she's going to go for the Speed Championship. Jason was like, no, I don't think so. If anyone's going for it, it's going to be Fallon. And Fallon was like, yeah, duh. And so Jasmine's like, what the hell's going on? Like, why am I not being supported? So, tension. Constantly being teased. Next week, we've got that 8-man tag match. Lash against Jada. They got in each other's faces earlier as well. That was Maids. And we've also got Candice LeRae representing SmackDown, taking on Zaya Brookside representing TNA in that speed match. During our main event, this, of course, was Za-Ruca Vice City taking on Fatal Influence. Here, look, you can see Za-Ruca doing a bit of a surf thing in the corner. Jumping on. Whoa, the crowd enjoyed that. Surfing Fallon Henley. Watching on was Lainey Reed. She always seems to be around Fatal Influence. People are believing that Jasmine could be out, Lainey Reed could be in. And that could happen, so she was watching on the action. Fallon mocking Lola Vice. So there we go, a little bit of Fallon mocking Lola. And basically, there would be a big miscommunication between Jasmine and Fallon. The end result would be that Lola would pin Fallon. Main event match was okay. It was okay. Nowhere near as good as Ricky against Josh Briggs that we got in the middle of the cards. But Lola Soul, Zaria getting the dub. Miscommunication between Jasmine and Fallon. You can see them having words afterwards. Clear issues with Fatal Influence. We know that JC is going to be facing Lola at No Mercy as well. So we've got Oba against Ricky. We've got JC against Lola at No Mercy. So yeah, I mean, look, in 2 hours they really do get a lot of stuff in. I mean, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 matches. We had announcements. We had storyline developments. I mean, look, I don't know how people felt about this show, how it was compared to a normal week, but I mean, they certainly do cram the 2 hours full of talking points. So there we go. That was our talking points video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of NXT down in the comments below. If you want to see the community's thoughts, go over to the second channel. I am going to be working on the review video right now. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.